One of the biggest challenges facing many of us today is that ability to be able to connect. And obviously I don't mean technologically, because we already have that one down. But really what I'm referring to is the ability to be able to create an emotional connection. One of the biggest challenges as well is the fact that not only do we have that problem with connection, but very often when we listen with the intent to respond, which really means we're not listening. So when we engage in a conversation and a person tells you about what they were doing last night, automatically you recall what you were doing another night that was similar to it, and you respond back to it. That's fine, it creates a conversation. But today what I'd like you to do, if you will, is to practice your empathy skills. Today what I'd like you to do is to begin to give the person that you're talking to more airplay, to be able to create this empathy, to create this deeper connection with that person, and to notice what happens. Now, when you're creating empathy, what you're doing is you're going to reflect basically the person's thinking, the person's feelings, and the person's experience. This is a good way to get them to feel centered and valued and feel heard, as we say. So let's give you an example. Say, for example, the person says to you, one of your colleagues says, "That customer's doing my head in." And you say, "Well, that must be really frustrating." Now, they've communicated to you emotionally and you've reflected back emotionally. Then they might say, "You know what, I'd like to tell them to go and get stuffed." And now to connect with that, you might say, "You know what, sometimes it'll feel good to be able to speak your own mind." Now you've connected not just with the feelings, but with the thoughts. Do you know what it is? Basically, I've done everything. I explained everything properly. Basically, I went through it all and they keep complaining at me. So then you say, "Well, you know, I've heard you explain and it seems to make sense to me, it's very clear in my mind. So it's hard to know and understand, why is this person complaining?" Now what you've done is you've reflected back not only their experience, but their thoughts about it and their feelings about it. Now sit back a little bit and watch what happens from here, and notice that communication may actually improve, and don't be surprised if the person becomes even more reasonable after that. If you'd like to figure out how to create deeper connections with people, perhaps come and talk to us. We'd love to show you how.